What's happening, Carolina fans? Welcome to Two Fans in the Stands, a podcast related to all things Carolina Panthers and North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm your co-host, Tony.
And I'm your co-host, CJ.
Let's go. CJ, what's good? How you feeling, cuz?
Feeling good, cuz. How you doing?
Man, I can't call it. I'm all right. Glad these Tar Heels are still on a winning streak. How about that?
Man, who you telling? Who you telling? I hope they keep it up.
Man, hey, this keeps surprising me week in and week out. I ain't mad at them.
Yeah. You know what? It's kind of funny because now the offense is not a surprise to me anymore. But, I will say I'm pleasantly, surprised with the defense from week to week. Because it's not like they're a powerhouse defense or anything, and they out there just stuffing everybody every game.
Right.
But they make plays when necessary.
And they slowly coming along.
Yeah, slowly coming along. As far as the stats go, them first 4 or 5 games kind of sunk us to the bottom. It's going to be hard to come back from that stat wise, but I'll take the numbers in the win column any day.
Yeah, because the sometimes stats can be misleading, especially when you factor in the first 3 or 4 games of a season and depending on how those games average out. But as far as with this defense, them being so young, I just want to see continue growth week in and week out. And so far, I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what are you looking for in this week's matchup with the Cavaliers of Virginia?
To be honest with you, I want to see. I would love to see the offense kick it up another level. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird, but they have their moments where they kind of sputter a little bit, falter.
Right.
But, I would love to see them, like I said, kicking in another gear and just come out and walk up and down the field on Virginia's defense. Because this is a Virginia defense that's ranked 3rd in the ACC in total defense and 3rd in defensive efficiency. So it's not going to be an easy task by any means. I think the defense I think Carolina's defense has an easier challenge than Carolina's offense, but we'll see. We'll see. But I really would just love for them to come out and just lights out. And like I said, just up and down the field. Because me personally, I think Drake Maye has done more than enough so far for his name to at least be mentioned in the Heisman talk. And I would love for him to build on that and have somebody up there representing the Tar Heels, come December.
I 100% agree. Yeah. I 100% agree.
Now, offense, I want them firing on all cylinders, and I want the defense to play every quarter. Right. I want them to not wait until the second half to start pitching a shutout. I want to see them make plays in each quarter. Because I'm not asking this defense to go out and shut anybody out all game, but I want to see stops on 3rd down in each quarter and not just, we're going to let them run up and down the field this half and then we're going to just stop them all in the second half.
Right.
So like we always talk about, just growth. Just growth. Offense and defense. I feel like they're both in like 4th gear right now. I want to drop the clutch and switch to 5th gear and keep it rolling.
I get it.
That's definitely what I like to see, because our defense is going to have they lost Noah Taylor. We already talked about Vlasic and Desmond Evans. So you add Noah Taylor and Desmond Evans, they're all gone for the season.
And Caleb Hood.
Yeah, Caleb Hood. So we lost one of our top running backs. We lost what we could arguably say is our top pass rusher in Noah Taylor, and the starting linebacker in Desmond Evans. So we'll see who.
No, I think Desmond Evans is starting defensive end. No, Noah Taylor is a linebacker, outside rush linebacker.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
no problem. Cause I didn't want nobody was like, everybody be like, oh wait a minute, Desmond Evans 6'6", 275. He 265. He ain't no linebacker. But yeah. He's a defensive end.
Yeah, but you can argue that Noah Taylor is probably the best pass rusher that we had this year, though, even though he's a linebacker.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it sucks for him because he's a grad student. So technically his college career is over.
Yeah, because he came from Virginia. So he's gone the game before he get to go back.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Exactly.
That is wild. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
For me, I want to see the offense continue to do damage. I want to see Drake Maye continue to grow more and more each week. And I'm glad that I believe someone finally got his ear, because I believe they listened to 2FansInTheStands podcast. Just throw that plug in there. Because the boy learned how to slide last week. And I felt like a proud uncle. I give you the proud papa part because, you originally brought it up. But I feel like a proud uncle that the young man learned how to slide and kept himself from getting his head knocked off. So I was glad to see that. So basically, continue to see the offense grow. Like you said, drop it down the clutch, kick it into another gear, and the sky is the limit with this offense, especially with Drake Maye at quarterback. You talking about a redshirt freshman that has arguably the best numbers out of any quarterback in Division I right now, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot that he has come in at North Carolina. It's not really expected at a school like ours. This ain't Alabama or Ohio State or Clemson or Georgia, but this guy
basketball school.
Right. This guy has stepped in after Sam Howell taking the reins, and honestly, the offense hasn't skipped a beat. So I just want to see them continue to do damage, drop that clutch, kick it in the fifth gear, and keep rolling, like you said. And I also want to see one of the running backs step up and take charge of the position and boost the running game. And that way, I believe it takes some pressure off of Drake Maye. I know he's a capable runner. I don't really, in my opinion, I don't see him as a dual threat quarterback. Mm-hmm. I know he's capable of getting you those, yards rushing, but I don't want to see him leading the offense in rushing. Let him do the thing as a quarterback, toss them touchdowns, passing yards, getting the receivers, the tight ends, even the running backs involved. But I don't want to see him leading the rushing attack week in and week out. That to me is a sign, it's a future sign that don't look good.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he does it on purpose, per se. I think sometimes it's a combination of, well, not a combination, but I would say most of the time, play breaks down.
Yeah, I know.
Passing, play breaks down. All his receivers are covered, and I think instinctively he takes off. I mean, he's got a lot more athletic ability than I thought coming into the season.
That's true.
So
that's true.
You know what I mean? And we have very capable backs, but when the rushing attack, as far as our running backs, are not gashing the other team, it's kind of like what happened last week, but it was more prevalent last week when they just really abandoned the run game. And the run game until late in the game was really whenever Drake Maye had to scramble.
Yeah, because they was playing catch up. Yeah, so I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that. And plus, our running backs, they all young. You know, Omarion Hampton, true freshman. Elijah Green, I believe, is a redshirt freshman. George Pettaway, true freshman. So, you know, we have a very young stable of running backs. So I'm not going to hang too much. I'm not trying to put too much on a plate, but I'm at the same time I do want to see better production out of the running backs. That's
I agree.
That's all. Yeah,
I agree.
And as far as the defense, I want to see, you know, like you mentioned earlier, I want to see them continue to grow and mature. You know, like you said, we do have those key injuries to Noah Taylor, who was a grad student, Desmond Evans, and Caleb Hood. They all season ending injuries that will be tough to overcome. But I believe because the way we have recruited the past couple of years, I think that we have some young freshmen that will have to come in and step up. K'Mon Rucker, Bo Atkinson. I know Bo Atkinson is a true freshman. K'Mon Rucker he's either a sophomore or a junior. I can't remember. But those two guys will need to
junior
step. He's a junior. Okay. Yeah. Those two guys will need to step up in the place of Desmond Evans and Noah Taylor, and you know they will have to learn by not learn by committee, but learn as they
go.
Trial by fire. That's right. So. Yep. That's basically what I'm looking for. The offense to continue doing what they're doing, and the defense to continue to grow and mature. We're going to see what kind of depth that we have accumulated over the past couple of years through recruiting. When some of these guys, young guys, have to step up, you know, in the absence of Desmond Evans and Noah Taylor, you know. So we'll see where we are, you know, depth-wise, defensively, and who knows, it could work out in our favor.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah,
let's hope so.
So you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, sir. It's another great day to be a Tar Heel.
Already. Well, that would do it for us on 2 Fans in the Stands Week 10 preview of the North Carolina Tar Heels versus the Virginia Cavaliers at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. Kickoff is at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Check us out after the game as we give a full game recap of the Tar Heels and Cavaliers matchup.